Welcome. In this video, we will discuss about the supercomputer Param Siddhi. So this is the latest supercomputer. We will discuss about it. We will discuss the context. We will discuss what the Param Siddhi could do, and also we will discuss the terms and technology which are associated with the supercomputer. So let's begin. So India's artificial intelligence supercomputer Param Siddhi ranked 63rd among the top 500 most powerful non-distributed computer systems in the world. Now let's talk about what is basically the non-distributed computer system means and what is distributed. So distributed computing is a field of computer science that studies distributed system. A distributed system is a system whose components are located on different networked computers which communicate and coordinate their actions by passing messages to one another. The component interact with one another in order to achieve a common goal. So basically what happened in case of the distributed networks is that the everything is not in one place. It is distributed across location and there is connectivity in them through which they talk to each other and they again work for the same thing. Is that like think about it along those lines, that one system was distributed in smaller chunks and they all are performing one thing, but because it is distributed, it is actually providing that even if one thing goes down, the other thing is actually backed up. So that is your distributed system. Now what is a non-distributed one? Is that all parts of the system are in the same physical location. In a distributed system, parts of a system exist in separate locations. So in present world, when we talk about, for an example, cloud infrastructure, the infrastructure is located at different places. So there will be one original data backup, for an example, then the data backup copy would be located in a different location. The whole idea of distributed system is that the destruction at one place should not harm the other component of it. But for you to remember right now is that our Param Siddhi, it has won the 63rd rank in the 500 most powerful non-distributed computer system, which means that it is located in a single physical location only. Now let's try to understand what is Param Siddhi. So it is a high performance computing artificial intelligence supercomputer developed by the Department of Science and Technology, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology under the National Supercomputing Mission at Center for Development of Advanced Computing, or what we call as CDAC. So basically Department of Science and Technology, METI, CDAC, they have all came together and made this Param Siddhi, which is a high performance computing artificial intelligence supercomputer. This is formed under the National Supercomputing Mission. What is this mission? We will discuss about it in the upcoming slides. The supercomputer has our peak of 5.267 petaflops and 4.6 petaflops R max. R peak and R max are the scores used to rank the supercomputer based on their performance using the LINPACK benchmark. So basically your R peak and R max are nothing but the performance measurement, or the just try to understand as the criteria through which the performance of a computer is measured. So R peak actually talk about the theoretical or the expected performance. On the other hand, R max is what its maximum it is able to reach at particular time. So these are, you don't have to like really understand the technicalities of the RPK and RMAX, but more along the line that these help in deciding what is the capability of particular computer is. And this is used in the way to go for the LINPACK benchmark. What is LINPACK benchmark? So these are the measures of system floating point computing power. So how much operation it could conduct in a particular time, that is considered as the way through which the capacity or the capability of a supercomputer is measured, and that is called as LINPACK benchmark. A petaflop is the ability of a computer to do one quadrillion floating point operation per second. So petaflop, which means it is able to do one quadrillion floating point operation per second. So that is why if we are talking about like 5.267 petaflops and 4.6 petaflops, this is actually huge, which means these are supercomputer. They can perform the like the per operation of floating point operations per second at a very fast speed. So that is basically you need to understand. Now let's try to understand the National Supercomputing Mission. So the mission envisions empowering our national academic and research development institution is spread over the country by installing a vast supercomputing grid comprising more than 70 high performance computing facilities. So the idea is to have 70 high performance supercomputers. Launched in 2015, this 7-year mission was allocated 4,500 crores. So this is the funding allocation. Again, you don't have to remember the exact amount, but it's actually pretty straightforward. 4,500 crore is allocated for the National Supercomputing Mission. So that is something you can understand it from here. Then these supercomputer will also be networked on the National Supercomputing Grid over the National Knowledge Network. So National Knowledge Network is something through which the colleges are connected over high-speed internet to be able to get access to the online content which is available. So these computers will also be linked through that. The mission also includes development of highly professional, high-performance computing aware human resource for meeting challenges of development of these applications. So for developing these computer or for developing programs over that, you also need human resource. The people should also be trained in order to work on these kind of supercomputer or to make them work for different kind of application. So the training component is also part of the National Supercomputing Mission. Now also let's just quickly understand its objective. Its major objective is to make India one of the world's leader in supercomputing and to enhance India's capability in solving grand challenge of problem, national and global relevance. So at times why we need supercomputer is because there are certain problems which cannot be solved with the normal computer because of their limitation of processing speed. So for that we need supercomputer. For an example, the analysis of weather data. So analysis of weather data could be considered as one of the example where the supercomputer would actually help for the better prediction of weather. So in that regard, supercomputer are needed. It will also mean to empower our scientists and researcher with state-of-the-art supercomputing facilities and enable them to carry out cutting-edge research in their respective domain. So for an example, they have to do particular research which actually require a supercomputer. This particular National Supercomputing Mission will help them to have such kind of capacity and they would not have to like outsource their research, for an example. So these are the things that you need to know about the Param Siddhi, which is a supercomputer, and also about the what is the National Supercomputing Mission is all about. So I hope you have understood this video. If you have any doubt, feel free to drop a comment. Thank you.